What's happening? What's good? I am the Erica Jones, and I am here with my bestie, Miss Nicole Sanders. It is July the 20th, 2023. And y'all know we were coming, right? Y'all don't even have to guess what this is about because you know. Let's see. I went to Atlanta on last Saturday. I got a phone call from my mother. This was early that morning. My plane landed at I think 8-ish. And my mother called me and said, Erica, if you see anything on the highway, do not stop. Do not get out of your car to help anybody. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. I'm already in Atlanta. Like, I've already driven to New Orleans, caught my flight. Like, what's going on? This girl saw a baby on the highway and has been abducted. And people are just doing all kind of crazy things. And I'm just like, oh my God, are you serious? Because this is wild to me. I'm like, somebody literally put a child on the highway to abduct someone? Or to lure? Abduct? What did I say? Abduct.
That means abduct is something different.
And I'm gonna leave that in there because see, she always trying to control what's going on here. Sometimes I say stuff wrong. That's all right. Y'all know what I meant, okay? Kidnap. I'll say that word since I'm not saying the other one right, according to Miss Nicole. And so I'm like, oh my God, you know? So I don't know if you knew about the story. Did you know? Or did I tell you?
No, I knew bits and pieces, but I really didn't follow through on it because I didn't think this was real. I just didn't think it was real. I thought it was something that somebody was making up, but then you saw more and more press about it, and then people out searching for the girl and the baby.
So this girl was missing for 49 hours, right?
Yeah.
There was an Amber Alert, and her name is Carlethia. They Carlee for short. What's her last name? Russell.
Carlethia Nicole Russell. Crazy.
So for 49 hours, the world is in a frenzy because this young black girl is missing now that she stopped after seeing a toddler, baby, whatever. Now, no offense to my Caucasian people, but I know that we are a little leery when we see things going on that may not be right. Not saying that we wouldn't have stopped, us meaning black people, but I can say this for sure. When there is something going on and a white person sees it, a child for one on the highway, it would have been a parade.
1,000 phone calls to 911, along with people lined up on the side of the road.
At least 10 to 20 cars on the side of the road after seeing a baby. So Miss Carlethia, you call 911 and you report this child on the side of the road.
That obviously she gets what I'm in a quandary about amongst the whole story. How did the baby know to walk a straight line? And the baby didn't walk in traffic. A child wouldn't know that.
Unless it was a baby and we're just speaking hypothetically if this were true. Unless it was a baby that was sitting or laying in the grass, but how would you see that? So the child would have to be standing up.
She said walking.
See, I didn't know that. The girl said the baby was walking. Again, how would the baby be able to walk in a straight line and not know to go and wander off into the traffic and be dead?
Or the woods that the people took her into.
So, for 49 hours, everybody is talking, discussing this on social media.
Extra resources.
People are
out there searching.
We're not talking about that yet.
Okay, all right.
We're talking about the people who are calling their loved ones like my mother did. alerting you to be careful.
And some people were starting prayer lines and praying.
But that's what people do when they say somebody is missing. Of course, somebody that's black, that's us. We want this girl to return home safe.
But you have to understand, there's so many missing African American babies as well as adults in America today.
You're going too fast.
Okay.
We're not there yet. We're building.
Okay.
So now that you've called 911, there's an Amber Alert put out for this child because this child belongs to someone. So let's put an Amber Alert out so that if somebody's missing a child, this could possibly be theirs in Alabama.
Right.
Or from wherever. That's resources. Like Miss Nikki was just saying, that takes money to do this. I'm pretty sure her family now has reported her missing because she's called and there's no Carlee.
Rustling. All she heard, the mother heard was rustling. She set this up real good. Mm-hmm.
So I read that she said that somebody with red hair, there was a bald spot in the middle, pulled her into the woods.
Well, but you have the preparation. She stole from her job.
We ain't there
Went
yet.
to the store and bought snacks.
We're not there yet. We're not even there yet. We're setting it up.
All
this
right.
is what allegedly happened.
Mm-hmm.
You got pulled into the woods by the people that live in the woods. Y'all remember that movie? I think it was called The Woods or something.
It might have been something like that.
They had the yellow trench coats and they lived in the woods and all of this. So there are people living in the woods that pulled you into the woods, and you supposedly got away and ended up in your neighborhood after 49 hours. The ring doorbell camera picks you up walking. But then when you get closer to your house where you think it will be picking you up, you're running and waving your
Supposedly butt naked.
Yeah.
With just socks
This is
on.
what we heard.
But the socks still got the money in it that she stole from her job. Interesting.
So, they take you to the hospital.
But
Now, let's back up because your mom and daddy got on the news.
No. Let's clarify something. The mother called to let them know that she made it home safely. They weren't even going to push the issue about taking her to the hospital, and the police sent the ambulance.
Oh yeah, you got to go.
The police sent the fire station.
You have to
Fire
go
people.
because rape could have taken place. Anything. So we have to get evidence off of you if somebody has abducted,
Kidnapped her.
Y'all don't laugh at me. I know what to talk now. For some reason, I'm a little country. She got kidnapped, so we got to go see if we can find any evidence, any traces of DNA. That is what all of this is for. Rape kit, all of this has to happen because this is an investigation now. You have been found, supposedly, or you've come out of whatever you've come out of fighting.
Took you in the same woods that's by your house that you conveniently came out of the woods and said, "Oh, I'm on I-95 right by my house." Girl, get
my
out.
neighborhood over there.
Yeah, right.
My house. First of all, if I got kidnapped and I broke free, I would be disoriented. I wouldn't know where my house was.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't know my name.
And we live in under extreme heat advisories. So she wasn't even dehydrated. So the abductors fed her and gave her liquids too. Interesting.
Wait, this girl is crazy. But she is making valid points. She need to go back to school. She got 2 degrees. She need to go back to school and become a lawyer, and so you could be a judge, investigator, something. Now let me tell y'all something. When it comes down to you talking about you have been kidnapped, raped, held hostage, whatever. The police are going to investigate. That is their job. That's what they're gonna do.
They're gonna investigate, but a lot of times, what I was gonna say earlier, what we're dealing with a lot of African American kids as well as adults, when the people are reported missing, the African Americans tend not to get, in some areas, that immediacy that is necessary. They immediately got on this. And what I didn't understand was, I'm half blind, and I put my good frames on, and I'm looking for the camera that they got on the road where she said the baby was found. The baby must have been invisible. Because wasn't nothing out walking on that road.
You would have picked it up. You took your time and got out the car. You would at least pick the baby up, went over to it, bent down, did something, and then people, oh, I see somebody running on the side.
We can make some stories up. We can make some
shadows of nothing. Y'all wanted to see the shadows. What none? Some cars passing by, maybe.
She and Jesse Smollett, they need to do a versus.
I thought it was
Smollett. Whatever.
They already put that up there.
Well, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
They need to do a versus where they can say, well, I outwitted you because I said such and such. No, girl, I did such and such. Lies.
So, back to what I was saying about investigation. So, here we go.
But you got to understand why they're going to investigate like that. Because they've used extra resources looking for this young lady.
And we're black. So now we got to see what is this true? Because this kind of seems sketchy. So now they got the investigators working. They looking at your phone records. They looking at your Google searches. See, baby, when you trying to cheat the system, you got to be real smart. You should have cleared all that. Because now they're looking at everything you've done leading up to the supposedly kidnapping of you going into the woods. So now they know all the Google searches that you've done, taken to, how to steal out of a register and not get caught.
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert.
Do you have to pay for Amber Alert?
One-way bus tickets.
That's retarded. You didn't have to. You can get one-way bus tickets anyway. Why she had to Google that? But anyway.
Well, clearly they.
But see, what gets me is the rustling that her mother heard on the phone. That was her digging in that back seat, getting them bag of snacks.
That's what it was.
Getting snacks. And they say, now I hadn't got clarity on, they say a cousin is involved in this because who picked her up from that place? And said the cousin contacted and said, we broke the story too soon. You broke the story too soon. It's something up with the cousin too. But continue.
So, the mother and father, let's go to them. They go and sit on the news.
Today Show.
And the mother, oh, my daughter is a fighter. She fought mentally and physically after she supposedly gotten away from the kidnappers.
Appeared home butt naked.
The daddy ain't said a mumbling word like Jesus hanging on the cross. He didn't say nothing. You could look at his face and tell. This story is not adding up. But mother, she wants to, my child, she fought.
First of all,
okay,
my mother wouldn't have appeared on anybody's show.
Mine either.
The immediate, especially immediately after, if that was really true, that just happened. You have to digest that. But if she would have, I'm telling you what my mother would have said. She lied. I need y'all to pray for my daughter. Something ain't right up there mentally, but she lied.
I could hear mama saying.
That's just how she is. She's going to, once mommy would have figured this out.
You done already made her shame. That's the first thing.
You have made your parents a laughing stock.
The whole family. My daddy said, oh, I wouldn't have went on the news. There's no way I would have went. And I know my mama would have been like, I'm not going. First of all, my mama knows when I'm lying. I could be standing up telling a bold-faced lie, and she knows it. So she would have known, period, when I came home. She knows there ain't nobody.
The planning that she.
But no good planning at all, Sister Carlee.
Going in it.
Sister Carlee.
When you do it on your own, go on and put yourself in the crazy house, because you did this behind a man that really not gonna want you now, because he don't want to be seen with you.
Well, his face plastered all over everything too, because he's sitting up writing a note.
Well, initially, I bet you he don't feel like that now.
Well, of course he don't. But
sweetheart,
I guess this is for attention. That's how I know. My therapist made this post yesterday. Y'all need to get some therapy. Something is wrong when you do this lavish story about, and you bringing an imaginary baby into it. That's how I know you crazy. Cause what the baby got to do with anything? If you wanted to go and disappear,
but you escaped out of the woods, but the baby didn't escape.
Where's the baby?
Well, where the baby at? Now I know if I would have gone 49 hours in the woods, most people that kidnap you, they're not worrying about. The only ones that feed you and give you water is the ones that want to keep you as a sex slave. So they want to keep you alive.
Right.
Most people who are kidnapping you, they're kidnapping you for morbid reasons. They want to rape you. They want to kill you a certain kind of way. But you were able to get out of 100-degree weather from the woods
into your neighborhood, where your house is.
Into your neighborhood. And you take off running like this, like, girl.
Y'all, we listen, we are, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's
sad.
It's sad.
And then people, some of us, we're coming under these posts saying stuff like I saw on D.L. Hughley.
Hughley. We're not talking good today.
That, well, y'all just don't, y'all want it both ways. At least she was found alive. She wasn't in.
When was she lost?
Come on, now, use your common sense.
Now, we're not going to be stupid. She was not lost.
She was in a hotel somewhere eating them snacks.
Carlethia. Nicole Russell. Ma'am, you could have done anything else on that day.
And she in nursing school. I sure wouldn't want her I wouldn't want her to be my nurse. Because you dumb.
Just that you something mentally ill.
Yeah, you
don't need to be,
ruined yourself for nursing school.
Yeah, you don't need to be caring for nobody, because you need care. Mental. You fight her mama. She fought mentally and physically. The demons, mental demons. She might have been fighting those because they had to been rising up to make her do all of
But I could see if you wanted to just get your immediate family's attention and you pull a stunt. You wanted the whole world.
And one thing about it, when you do stuff like this, it's gonna make national news. And then the people on social media, when I tell you the memes, the internet is undefeated. It's just, I'm strolling and I'm just like, what? They got this girl head on all kinds of stuff. It's crazy, but somebody said if I disappear for a few days and I post this, if I post this means I'm disappearing for a few days and this picture.
And some people coming under D.L. Hughley's post saying, well, sometimes you just need time away.
Don't involve us.
Well, you can take time away, but don't involve the world on such a horrible lie about a child.
Don't involve us. We don't know you, and you taking time away from whatever you're going through does not affect us. That's your life, and you can't get mad because all of this backlash is happening because you brought the world into
and she can sit up and,
so,
I know they kept her in the police department for.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
She's still sticking up to her lie, but I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna break her down like a double-barrel shotgun because they have put their ducks in a row.
They already know,
and they know you. So what is amazing to me is you said you came out of the woods, but The police department ain't went and looked in the woods since you didn't appear.
There's no need. There's no need for them to go look in the woods. They know. Let me tell you something. We watch enough.
What's the redhead man that was a murderer that used to have? I can't think of it, but okay, continue.
We know enough. We've watched enough on TV to know that the police, they don't play fair, and they're gonna get it out of you. And you're gonna have to cooperate, because you can't get mad. They're just trying to get to the bottom of it. So if there was woods to come out of, and people in the woods,
the people that were involved looking for her, like mothers weeping, saying they just know how they would feel if their child was missing.
Absolutely.
That is
my
horrible.
mother called me like a child, like she knew the person. And I mean, that's just the nature of a parent, especially if something like this, you're saying a baby is on the.
And but when I told mommy, I said she lying, mom. No, she can't be.
Exactly.
Today I gave her the whole rundown. It's something wrong with her.
Exactly.
I don't feel sorry for her. I want her to throw her under the jail. That's what mommy said.
And I have a little compassion for her. Because there's something wrong mentally. Mm-hmm. And it may have not been diagnosed yet.
Well, now it is.
Well, this may have been what needed to happen for her to get the help that she needs. She needs help.
This is behind a boy. It ain't nothing wrong with that sister behind a boy that they say cheated on her. So this was her way of getting his attention. Who goes through that much trouble to get a man's attention?
When it's millions. That you can go find you one.
20, you're in your early 20s.
Go find you one of those, another one. Because I don't know what he had going on, but you act like it was wrapped in 24
He must be laying it down like a...
Carlethia, Nicole, this is gonna haunt you for a while.
You know, if I had some money, I would make a movie about this.
Child, somebody probably already making a little short film.
There's some funds. There's some funds that she probably can benefit from financially as well.
And now you got to pay for all this stuff. Now they said the Amber Alert, you're going to have to pay for that. It's no telling what else now, because you
had cops on extra duty. Those are resources
you
that they spent money.
I'm posting you in my story. All my friends had you in
I never put it in mine. You know, I keep my comments to myself, but something didn't sound right, because when I looked and I saw an invisible person walking down the road.
The baby.
I said, where the baby? The baby ain't walking.
And you're the only one that stopped and to tend to.
Of everybody that's passing on the road, you're the only one.
And the only 911 call. We can see a dog on the side of the road. Somebody's about to get called.
Right. Somebody will call and say there's a dog walking on the side.
And it's going to be multiple calls.
It's the rustling. The rustling. I just can't. You got to go listen to her. Back there getting them potato chips and them snacks and Gatorade. Girl, listen.
And you took the snacks.
You did.
They said.
But you didn't come back with those. You ate those in the woods.
That's all we have for today.
That's
I mean, it's. I don't even have any other words to even say. This is baffling to me. Y'all listen.
Yeah.
All our little people that watch us, our subscribers and whomever, y'all listen. If you feel like you're getting ready to do something that is outside of the norm just so you can get attention, don't do it. Talk to somebody before you do it.
Yeah.
It's always other ways. It's always.
And you know, they say it takes one major event in your life for mental illness to rear its head. So I guess him cheating on her might have been a major event in her life.
Don't get in no more relationships, because we don't need no more of this craziness. If this is what you do when somebody break up with you.
The unfortunate part is if something really happens to her, who's going to believe her?
Pinocchio. That's her name. That's what I
And there you go.
You little Pinocchio, your little nose should be long as a diving board.
A line mouth. Not mouth, mouth.
She needs prayer. I ain't gonna lie. There's some demons in that child.
Pray for her parents that they don't get on no more shows with these lies.
Please.
It's gonna make you more of a laughing stock than you already are. I know it'd be a hard pill to swallow that my child is set up here and then lied habitually like this, but don't get up there talking about she fought mentally and physically. What is fighting mentally?
That's what
The main thing, if you getting out of the woods, it's physical. It's physical combat.
She must be trying to figure out what she was gonna do to get away.
She was trying to figure out her path, but it just amazing. She
no cuts on her feet.
Right by her house.
She had socks on. No.
And supposedly naked.
No branches cutting on her feet. The way she. Oh my! You blessed. You ran out of the woods and got nothing to show that you ran out. That's a blessing.
It's media is they going in, but they not going hard in. Once these cops get her to admit the truth,
detail.
That's gonna be a wrap.
That's what they paid to do too.
Do it.
She gonna be wanting to kill herself after that because it's gonna be a lot to have to take in because the people don't play fair. They already on social media going in.
Listen, if she knew like I knew, I would have gone into that police station
and just spilled the beans.
No, I wouldn't have spilled the beans. I would have just started talking to myself. Carlethia, did you just go? Carlethia, what is tomorrow? Carlethia.
Now you crazy.
What is today? They would have been like, oh, okay, this girl is really crazy. Let's put her in the crazy house. But
and they would have just reported to the people, yeah, none of it was true. She's mentally ill. And we could have accepted that a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you still in that line, Carlee. Tell the folks the truth.
Carlethia, not Carlee. Oh, they call her Carlee.
Carlee is.
Okay.
You think that little 27-year-old girl want to be somebody saying Carlethia? Girl, hey Carlethia, girl. She wants to be Carlee.
I don't have nothing else to say about the young lady. I pray more for her parents. I'll say a whisper for her.
This is the Erica Jones here with Miss Nicole Russell Sanders, and we are out. Y'all have a great one. Peace.
Peace.